Hello, good morning, YouTube. Jay's Tools. Boy, we're having an eventful week already. Um, Number one, I want to apologize a little bit about the last video where I loaded the Platinum because I wanted to cut like 3 minutes off that video, and I tried all my editing features, couldn't quite figure it out. That's just the way it is. Doing the best I can in that area. So anyway, what I want to talk about today is toolboxes because I'm going to show you our incredible Platinum box. In fact, this camera is sitting on that box right now. I'm going to go through the features and the benefits and the who's it's and the was it's and the why it's so friggin' cool because I'm jacked excited about it. But first off, I wanted to talk about toolboxes in general because it's an exciting topic and there's a lot of them out there, and every time you turn around somebody's offering one. I mean, Cal Ranch has their Tactics box and Home Depot has their boxes, and on the internet's blowing up with all kinds of extreme toolboxes and this and that. It's a pretty deep topic, so I'm going to talk just as generalizations. And if you're not a Ford guy, I apologize, but I'm going to use a Ford as an analogy, okay? Because a toolbox is similar to a pickup truck. So if you've got a Ford Ranger, it's got some limited capacity. It's not going to have a diesel engine. It's not going to have even a half-ton rating, but they fit their need. Then you've got your F-150 and your F-350 Super Duty. And so how that plays into it is that this is our Pro Series right here, and that is like F-150. It's about capacity. It's like the top drawer has 4 slides, and you'll get about 400 pounds capacity. Single slides, you're going to get about 125, and these are just rough numbers. I don't have my specs memorized on that. But then carts, they would be like a Ford Ranger. And the warning I'm throwing out there is that when you go buy that box, the Husky box or the Tactic box, you're getting something physically large, but may only have the capacity of a Ford Ranger. If that's what you want, that's fine. And always remember that you get what you pay for. You've heard that before. With me, it's super true with vacuum cleaners. I mean, I've lived in my home over 25 years, and we've bought an army of vacuum cleaners, and what we've learned is the ones we spent $300, $400, $500 on, we got almost a decade use out of, and the little $80 ones, $120, we're buying one every other year. And then there's the value thing. Everybody on Facebook's trying to sell their box. The name brand boxes will bring more value. That's the bottom line. Pet peeve: if you're going to sell your box on Facebook, you're not going to get full value. Just saying. They expect it. I'm going to get full value. I paid $7,500 and I won't accept anything less than $6,000. Yeah, get real, dude. Ain't going to happen. But this is the cool thing about a name brand box. It's just like a classic car or a John Deere tractor, an old John Deere tractor, 4020. Okay, you may not be familiar with that, but any 4020 that goes to an auction brings top dollar, and I don't care what condition it's in. It's just an amazing tractor. Or, sorry, apologize, back to Ford, 64 and a half. Let's say in your family, somebody bought that 64 and a half in 1964 and a half and vacuumed it and cleaned it and did the maintenance and kept it garaged, not like museum showpiece, but just kept it in good shape. Dude, they will sell for more value than when it was purchased new. And I think a toolbox could do the same thing. I mean, right now this camera is sitting on this toolbox, and it's the full list, full tilt price, $13,295. Woo! That's a lot of money, and I get that. But seriously, if you had this box for 20 years, 25 years, kept the stickers off of it, wiped the dust off of it, prevented people from banging into it, you'd get 10. I know you'd get 10 in 20 years. And you'd have the use thereof. So there it is. Now, another trick I want to throw down there is how do you get this big giant box? You're just this guy, you got out of school or whatever, and you only got 3-4 years in the industry, and you want to get the big box. Well, what you do is you wait for a good trade-in that's a name brand, okay? And when I say name brand, I'm talking, a Mac Toolbox, Matco, Cornwell, Snap-on, because those 4 companies manufacture their own product. They have their own, it's not like there's only one that spits out a Matco one on this side of the factory and a Snap-on one on that side. No. These people they own their own. That's a name brand box. That's the one that's going to have equity. That's the one that's going to have value. That's the one where you're going to get your service. And these Cal Ranches, hardware stores, they claim that they're going to support their product, but their product changes so rapidly every 5 years that they don't really. Anyway, get what you pay for. There you go. You get history to it. So back to the young guy just starting out. Wait for the trade-in of that box, okay? Where you're going to pay less than half of its value for it, and then own that sucker, and then you use it for leverage to trade up to something else and something else and something else. I know several mechanics that have monstrosities of toolboxes that they only have $7,000 of cold hard cash because they've waited. It's kept its equity, and then of course, you work the tool guy. This monster box I'm going to show you, I gave him $7,000 trade-in for a box that's less than 2 years old. He only paid $4 on paper for it. But anyway, we'll get into that. So you trade up, and another side note, really super fast for you young guys, you don't need a monster box when you have less than 5 years in the business. You really don't. I would recommend you buy an affordable box. Even these Husky, Harbor Freight, whatever ones. If that's full of tools that makes you money, that is the most important thing, because the box ain't fixing the car. Okay, it's just sad but true. So if you do that, and then when you get to a bigger pay scale, bigger pay raise, and you work your way up, that's how you do that. So let's get into the down and dirty on this thing. This is what I know according to my competitors. Okay, that Matco, their boxes that they offer, they have the 4S series, the 5S, 6S, and that's all about capacity. Now they have the new Revel X, and I haven't done a great deal of study on those. I don't know why they'd produce a Revel X, because every spec that I've studied, the Revel X is really close to their 6S series, okay? But those are the heavy-duty ones. Back to the Ford, those are the F350 Super Duties. Those are the ones with the greatest capacity, and they build a very strong box, okay? Now, Snap-on, they've got 3 classes. They've got the Classic Series, which would be like F-150. Then you got your Master Series, KRL stuff. That's heavy duty stuff. They used to have 2 classes, and now they have the Epic Series. Okay? It's got cosmetically different, physically different. Those are the ones that have the power drawer inside of it. That's got all the bells and whistles. That's what I'm going to compare my box to, because what we've had, obviously we got our carts, got our Pro Series, and then we have our Platinum Series. And we're not, because we're a young company and we've just we don't have all the bells and whistles that most companies have. The Matco Snap-on Mac Tools, the cool thing about their companies is they have a diverse product line. Like, for example, Matco's 5S series box, you can get top boxes, latches, lockers, hutches, pick your color, pick your trim, all that. Even with Matco's Revel X or any of that, comprehensive. Snap-on is extremely comprehensive as far as whatever series you buy, if you want it, you got it. There's like 4 sizes in each category with top boxes or hutches or side lockers. And then the color combinations will blow your mind. I mean, you could just lay awake at night thinking about, well, I want this trim and I want this and I want this and I want this. And Mac Tools the same way. We're just getting there, okay? Kennedy Toolbox, I told you about that. Almost 100-year-old company. We bought them, we own them, and for the past 2 years we've done serious renovations. A little bit about Kennedy. If you've ever seen those wooden machinists toolboxes that has multiple drawers and the green velvet on the inside, and they're really beautiful. Still make them today. You can still buy one from Kennedy. They did a lot of red, just traditional boxes, nothing huge. They sold stuff to the medical industry, like a ER, I call it ER crash cart, and I'll show you the lock that we're using from that company, which is revolutionary. The lock has a track record. The lock has a history. But what we've done, we threw away all the computer systems because they were still in DOS. Half the employees quit because they didn't want to dance to the new music. Renovated the paint booth, bought millions and millions of dollars of bending and forming equipment, including a robot spot welder, okay? And that new technology is what we've done. So let me introduce this Platinum Series to you, okay? This is one of 600 that they started building them in November. And they've been going full tilt, cranking these things out. The color that you're going to see is the only color that it's available in currently today, but we're evolving. So here she is. And my truck's kind of narrow, so we'll just kind of do the walk by here. And maybe, I mean, it's 84 inches, 47 tall, 30 inches deep, and we have the power drawer. And as you can tell, there's our outlets. This is mounts to the top so you can have electricity on the outside or on the inside so you can charge things. This slides out to almost 30 inches deep, just incredibly massive. Each slide 260 pounds of weight capacity. So do the math, that's almost 1,000 pounds. Here's our, our sexy awesome lock, digital. So 1, 2, 3, 4, enter. And the drawers are really impressive to me. I mean, there's no wiggle. I know my customers aren't going to drive this around on the street, okay? But this makes no noise going down the road. And then with one finger on the edge, I can open this thing up. Again, 4 slides, amazing. So I put numbers down there, 5 inches deep, 3 inches deep, 3 inches deep, 2, 2, 2, 2. You can remove all of these drawers, rearrange them, any configuration, and stuff them back in the hole. So if you wanted your deep ones on the top, I mean, anyway, another proprietary feature that we have is the roll cage right here. And because we have a divider down there that separates the drawer banks, but that doesn't hold structure. That's not holding strength. This is what's holding strength. It's a roll cage. There are 3 of them on the inside. So if you peel this thing like a potato, it will stand on its own. Most other toolbox manufacturers, if you take away the structure, you don't have it. Weight capacity. I'm gonna pick on Snap-on's Epic series. Got some information off the internet. Okay, just so you know, if you want to do homework on this thing, it is a 84-inch 12-drawer double bank Epic. $16,000. What I don't see in this picture is I don't see the 6 wheels. I only see 2. I don't see a stainless steel top. We offer that. That's included for $13,000. They got theirs for $16,000. Their ship weight is 990 pounds. Our ship weight is close to 1,500 pounds empty. So we bring more value. Not going to bore you with all the specific crazy details of this cubic inch and this, that. You can do your own. But for the value, this is the absolute best product on the market, and it's coming from Cornwell. So, hey, dude, we'll catch you guys later. Thank you for your time, and have a good day.